Hello, everyone, and good morning, and welcome to our Sa True Lang Ha podcast. I am Willie, your host, and today we'll be discussing an issue that continues to affect Philippine democracy vote buying. So, sa kada election season, ang mga kwento sa kandidato na sila raw ay nagbibigay ng mga pera, mga groceries, gift packs, or mga panunuhol para lang iboto sila ng taong bayan ay very common. Although vote buying is prohibited by the law, it still continues to happen in many communities across the country. Para sa ibang botante, tingin nila na yun yung mga nakukuha nilang freebies or what mula sa kanilang mga kandidato. At meron namang iba ay nasanay na lang sa mga ganito. So our group chose this topic because elections are one of the most important ways citizens shape the future of the country. Ating leader ay nakadepende sa taong bayan. Bakit? Kasi tayo yung pumipili ng namamahala sa atin. Kapag ang boto natin ay basta-basta lang nabibili instead of their qualifications and their advocacies, parang balewala na rin yung demokrasya ng bansa. So today, we'll discuss why vote buying remains a serious issue in the Philippines, the ethical questions it raises, and what can be done to encourage honest and responsible elections. Pero bago yon, no, simulan muna nating intindihin kung ano nga ba ang vote buying. So narito si Yuli, isang issue researcher, upang ipaliwanag ito.
Thank you, Mr. Willie. So, vote buying in the Philippines is a deeply rooted issue, often disguised as a simple assistant or gift giving during the election seasons. But in reality, it is an act of offering money, goods, or other favors to introduce someone to vote for a specific candidate, which is strictly prohibited by our election laws. While many of us see this as a way to receive much needs help, especially in the marginalized sectors community, it fundamentally shifts the focus of our election away from the candidates' genuine qualification and advocacies. According to Kabusog 2026, this practice is ethically significant because it undermines the integrity of our democracy and violates the principle of fair and free choices. When votes are bought, the electoral process no longer reflects the true will of the people, but rather the financial capability or the capacity of the political players. So, understanding this context is crucial because it highlights how our everyday choices as a voter directly impact the future of our country's leadership and our collective developments.
So thank you, Yuli, no, for introducing or explaining us kung what is vote buying. So you mentioned earlier that people often see these gifts as a form of help. So in ethical sense, how can we address the cycle of poverty that makes voters feel na wala silang choice but to accept these handouts, no?
So thank you for that question, Mr. Willie. So ethically, this means advocating and supporting policies that prioritize long-term poverty alleviation, such as improving access to quality education, sustainable livelihood programs, and social safety nets that do not rely on the politicians. Also, according to some studies, by strengthening these institutions, we can empower citizens to make electoral choices based on the candidate's platform and genuine qualification rather than the transaction material needs, thereby shifting the responsibility for the individual's voters to a systematic structure that provides the actual and sustainable public services.
So thank you, no. So moving forward, no. Meron tayong kasamang dalawang ethical analysts. So which is Marcus and Prince. So good morning, Marcus, no. So Marcus, bilang isang ethical analyst, may tanong ako para sa'yo. Is it morally acceptable to exchange one's vote for money or material benefits?
Okay, good morning, Willie, and thank you for that question. So let's answer that question using virtue ethics. But before that, let's have a short recap muna kung what virtue ethics is. Okay, virtue ethics is developed by Aristotle. This theory really encourages us to answer the question, what kind of person am I when I pursue or continue this certain type of action? Or am I applying virtuous practices in my daily life? So it focuses more on formation of character. So with virtues mentioned, we have qualities such as integrity, honesty, justice, responsibility that we can habituation. And this could be included with our moral character and it is strongly connected with our moral theory. So Let's discuss the issue of vote buying. Using this moral theory, it allows us to think anong moral character pinapractice ng political candidates na tumatakbo at yung mga voters na bumoboto sa mga kandidato na ito. So the idea of vote buying is the distribution of financial aid, goods, or cash distribution to the general public, right, to gain more votes. So according to GMA Integrated News 2025, a recent issue of vote buying na Comelec kontra Bigay during the election of 2025, there were reports of vote buying and votes selling. As of during May 8, 268 were vote buying, 130 were abuse of state resources, and 41 were a combination of both cases. So let's look at the candidate's perspective first. First, buying vote really reflects the lack of the virtue, integrity, and justice. Instead of earning the people's trust through good governance and public service, they really rely on money to influence our voters. This behavior does not demonstrate the character expected of someone who genuinely wants to serve the public. Now, for the voter's perspective, accepting money in exchange for a vote also raises ethical concerns. While we should acknowledge that there are voters na who are experiencing poverty here in the country, it really questions rin our moral character. Kasi pag sa virtue ethics, it encourages to think beyond personal gain. It asks whether our actions reflect honesty, responsibility for the common good, whether they contribute to a system or it really weakens our democracy as a country. So what can we do about this? So sa perspective of virtue ethics, the solution is not only stricter enforcement or of election laws or sa mga pag-penalty when being caught vote buying or vote selling. Pero it gives a stronger emphasis sa formation of good moral character. So we can apply this or integrate this through our schools, local governments, community organizations, even families to work together to strengthen civic and ethic educations by being exposed or educated early on about virtue ethics. This teaches us and allows us to practice virtues such as honesty, integrity, courage, and responsibility. At the same time, para sa mga aspiring public officials, it should be encouraged to practice ethical leadership, where the public officials who are running candidates for a certain position should view this opportunity to serve the people rather than a position to gain or to gain influence. Our communities can also recognize and support leaders and citizens who promote clean and honest elections, creating positive roles for future generations. So ultimately, virtue ethic reminds us that a strong democracy does not only depend on good laws and fair elections, pero it also talks about our moral character both as leader and citizens. It uh, really reflects our own values that affects ourselves and other people. So to answer your question, is it morally acceptable to exchange our vote for money or material benefits? In the lens of virtue ethics, I would say no, because this stains our moral character. This does not apply the virtue, integrity, justice, civic responsibility, and honesty. It actually shows a deficiency sa mga virtues na ito. So I would say it's not morally acceptable. So ayun lang to answer the question. Thank you for throwing that question to me, Willie.
So, thank you for that insight, no, Mr. Marcos. So, Prince, ang ating isa pang ethical analyst, no? So, ano kaya masasabi mo sa isyong ito?
Para sa akin naman, ang vote buying ay hindi lang simpleng pagtanggap ng pera o regalo, 'no? Isa itong desisyon na may malaking epekto hindi lang sa isang tao kundi sa buong komunidad. So it means our vote is for our future na rin. And ito, may nakita akong research according to DILG noong April 2025, vote buying remains a serious concern in Philippine elections as shown by the 158 complaints filed before the commissions on elections involving alleged vote buying, vote selling, and abuse of state resources. The DILG emphasized that these practices undermine the integrity of elections by influencing voters through money, financial assistance, or kuno ayuda, or other material benefits instead of allowing them to vote freely based on their conscience and informed judgment. And let's see it through a deontological perspective naman. Accepting money in exchange for a vote is morally wrong because it violates the citizen's duty to vote freely and honestly. Regardless of the benefits received, ang halaga ng ating boto ay mas malaki kaysa anumang panandaliang kapalit. Kaya piliin nating bumoto batay sa kakayahan at integrity ng candidate, hindi sa pera o gamit na inaalok ito. Thank you po. Yun lang po.
So thank you, Prince. At dito na nagtatapos ang ating episode. Sana napaintindi namin sa inyo na ang vote buying is more than just an election offense, but it's an ethical issue na nakaka-apekto sa future ng bansa natin. So guys, be responsible voter, and maraming salamat sa inyong pakikinig.